70 partout.
Yeah, folks. Yeah, Tiger King episode 5.
Just when you didn't think it could get any fucking weirder, it does.
No, for sure. This was the man, just the shit that went down. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Make America Exotic Again. That was the title of that episode.
Yeah, that was the title of the episode.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
um.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Where
as
do
the
we start? Where do we start with this episode?
I know it's like. It's trying to eat. It's like trying to eat an elephant. It's like it's gonna take one bite at a time, but you just don't know where to start. It's just, everything was just like
Okay.
so ridiculous in this episode. It's hard to even wrap. It's just hard to wrap your mind around the events that happened. It's like, how is this not fake? This has to be fake. But no, it's not. It's 100% real.
I'm gonna start with a question for you, Andy.
All right.
Have you ever been so drunk that you've wanted to I don't know, fucking marry a dude? Where like you thought like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't know, I guess I'll take a dick in the ass and then marry him.
That would be an emphatic no. No, 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 no.
So how is it that Joe Exotic, he obviously he was a gay polygamist who was fucking and married these two young guys, and it's like, but they're not gay. Apparently, they're not gay.
Yeah, they're hetero. They're hetero. Like, and they admit it. They 100% admit it. It's like, yeah, I'm not gay. It's like, yeah, but you're married to Joe. It's like, yeah. It's like, well, why? It's like, well, he buys me shit.
There is not enough money in the fucking world. There's not enough alcohol in the world to make me want to be gay.
I mean, these guys were literally gay for pay.
Oh, clearly, it's just, and I don't know if it's because they were so fucked up on meth that they just like, well, he's gonna give me meth and trucks and 4-wheelers and guns. So yeah, I'll take a dick up the ass.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, it's funny that Joe Exotic, he said that his, he said like, oh, it's not my fault that I fall in love with straight guys.
Well, here, okay. This is the episode.
That was the most hilarious thing I ever heard in my life. It's, you always kind of you kind of hear about these gay guys who are like who try to turn straight guys.
Yeah.
And I really haven't heard that many stories about this happening, but seeing this is just like this takes it to a whole new level because I mean, he didn't necessarily convert them, but he turned them gay for like at least like an hour every night.
This is the episode that just blew my fucking mind. I was like, okay, so first of all, because Joe is like, he's in his 50s. He's like 55 now, I think. But he married these guys like when they were like 19, 20 years old, and I just I don't know if like he pumped them so full of drugs that like they didn't know what the fuck was going on, because that's kind of the assumption that I have, because the guy John Finley, the one husband says like, yeah, we did a lot of meth, and like my head's kind of like fucked up. It was really fucked up back then. It's still kind of fucked up. And obviously he has meth mouth. And then you have the other kid who is like, he at best he was so addicted to weed that he didn't know where he was. And oh my god, and the fact that like you even had Joe who was saying it's like well it's like the one guy fell in love with a woman. It's like I can't compete with that. You give me with a man, like I game on, but I can't compete with a woman.
Right? No, he Finley knocked up like Joe's like assistant and gal that ran the gift shop or whatever. He knocked her
Yeah,
up.
it's like well, and then you had like all the stories of the other guy, Travis, who was fucking everybody, fucking all the chicks that were
Right?
there.
Yeah, yeah. Like every
And
every woman that that went through that place. Yeah, he tagged them down.
yeah, and and the thing is, like, he's an attractive dude. Like, of
Yeah,
course
no,
he's
he was a
gonna
good
like,
looking he was a good looking cat. I mean, pardon the pun, but yeah, he was a
yeah,
good looking cat.
of course all the girls are gonna like want to fuck that guy.
Hmm.
I mean, he look. It just, I'm just like I can't. My mind cannot comprehend the amount of craziness of like, yeah, but he bought me all this stuff, so yeah, let him stick a dick in me. What? What? Maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe I haven't lived enough, but yeah, that's just not in my like not anything that I want to think of. Oh my god,
Yeah, clearly you haven't done enough meth in your life.
I I haven't lived, dude.
I know we have not lived. That's what it is, Robert. We just haven't lived.
Oh my god.
Ah,
But I just that whole just like that story alone is crazy enough. But that's not it. That's not the whole episode.
nope, not even
Uh,
close. Not even close.
well, so there's a couple things that happen here. We have obviously the revelations of his two husbands that are not gay,
Hmm.
who are fucking everything in sight, uh, pretty much every woman in sight, uh, who are clearly addicted to drugs. And to be honest, Joe is clearly he's not a pedophile, but like it's on the verge of being a pedophile because
Yeah,
he goes after
I guess
these
it'd
like
be more. I guess he'd be more of a hebephile.
hemophile. I guess
Yeah, it's
how would
someone
you
like kind of like in their later stages of adolescence. So it's it's
ah
like
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
15 to
that
18,
makes okay,
15 to 18.
yeah, that makes sense. I guess I haven't heard that term in a while, so I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah, so he's
hemophile.
more of a
Um,
Joe Exotic's more of a hebephile.
uh, but it almost sounds like he like kind of like lured them in with like drugs and money,
Yeah, drugs
and
and
then kind
gifts
of just
basically. Yeah, drugs and gifts.
yeah. And this is this is one of those things like because I think like not only him like Carol Baskin, but like all these guys, they're running some sort of like fucking cult. They all belong in jail, and
Hmm.
this is the episode where it's like, God damn, Joe, like this is disgusting behavior. It's like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they weren't making this documentary and someone would just like went in undercover to investigate Joe Exotic, then if it wasn't for like the attempted murder charges for Carol, for Carol Baskin, it probably would have been this shit.
yeah, yeah. Um, and here okay, so here's the thing that we'll get into some of the other stuff after, but so he's married to these two guys. They are completely just fucked up the entire time. Um, and you have the other husband, Travis, who is not interviewed, and we find out why he isn't in part of in any of the interviews is
Mm.
because
Right, because all
he
the
killed himself.
he never has like a sit down. It's more of like archival footage.
Yeah, 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 and it's because he killed himself. Um, and
Yeah, I don't think Joe
oh
went to go grab his EMT jacket though for that.
no, no, he didn't. He didn't do it for that. He actually looked like he was actually fairly devastated.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing, where it's like, what's really fucked up, because before it's based off of all the interviews that are going on, it sounded like that John left first because he obviously fucked
Right,
that
because
chick, got her
because
pregnant,
he knocked up that girl, and so
and
he's the first one too.
he was gone. But Joe had Travis still, so hey, yay for polygamy, I guess.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, the
but
benefits
then
of polygamy. Am I right, fellas?
yeah, right. But then Travis either in a just with him being an idiot, fucking around with guns and shooting himself in the head, or if
Mhm.
it was actually like he was fed up with everything and he shot
Right. Yeah.
himself on purpose, which we're not really sure of. Um, but after that, like Joe has nobody, and everyone's saying like, yeah, Joe's whole demeanor changed after that. But then what's really fucked up is that 2 years, not not like not like 20 years or whatever, 2 months after this kid kills himself,
Hmm.
he's off with some other, like he finds some other gay kid, uh, and marries him. And on top of that, he has his former mother-in-law at the wedding to be there. What the
Right.
fuck?
No, and yeah, and he gets her to be in a photo, essentially signing off on this thing. To make it look like she's completely fine with it and she's happy for Joe and all that stuff. But in the interview, she realized what had happened and she, like fucking hates his guts now.
Understandably so. That's
Understand?
fucked
Yeah,
up.
understandably so. Yeah, because
Say what
yeah.
you will about like if you're okay with like gay marriage and all that shit, but that's fucked up.
Hmm.
God,
Yeah, I mean, it's like
oh,
that there's like that phrase where it's like the body's not even cold yet. That applies to this,
literally.
literally.
Oh my god. And the fact that he has like the whole like the lamp and the ash box sitting in his room, like his weird fucked up like trailer room. Uh, but then he's fucking this other guy. Not that much long after. What the? Oh my god! What the fuck? Holy! I mean that
Yeah,
that
no, I
that could have
mean,
been just that could have been just the episode itself, but it gets crazier.
much crazier.
So, oh my goodness! I mean, this episode is like the decline of Joe Exotic and why he's in prison right
Yeah, 100%.
now. So he does. So on top of all this, he decides to run for president. Um, and one of the few times I actually find John Oliver's show like actually pretty funny is
Hmm.
when he's making fun of the third party candidates for president.
Hmm.
Um, and he shows Joe Exotic video, his campaign video. I'm gay. I'm broke as shit.
Oh yeah,
and
that's right. It's
and
like
it's like,
yeah, real like yeah, definitely qualities that I'm looking for in a president. Gay
yeah,
and
oh,
broke as
exactly.
shit.
But hey, the one of the few times I've actually found John Oliver funny. Um, but then he decides to run for governor.
Of
Oh,
Oklahoma.
oh, wait. And here's the best part. His campaign manager, who is he's a guy that gets interviewed on this, um, who because Joe has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
It's all a publicity stunt. It's all a chance to
Just get
supposedly
himself
promote.
out in front of a camera, basically. It's all an excuse to get Joe
Cause,
out in front of a
'cause,
camera.
yeah, and I think he thinks it's gonna help the part. Um, but so he hires this kid who um is a manager at a Walmart, and yet this the person that he him this kid who himself says, yeah, Joe's batshit crazy, and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, who listen to him and say, hey, I'm running for governor. I need a campaign manager. You want to be my campaign manager? That's my fucking dream job. All right, I'll take it. What? Why would you take that job? Oh my god! I mean, like he had to
Well,
have
I mean,
paid this kid.
he said that he was a poli sci major.
He must have paid this kid a fucking shit ton of money because why? Why would you take this job?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Why?
especially because he's from the area, so he's probably fully aware of who Joe Exotic is,
Of course.
and yeah, like so
You
why
want
would he attach
you want
it? Like yeah, so like you said, Joe Exotic must have paid him a shit ton of money to do this.
you want to pet a baby tiger? You want to pet a baby tiger? Come on. Holy shit. I just like and then just what the fuck? Yeah, my campaign manager was a former manager at Walmart, 2 minutes ago, but now he's my campaign manager. Oh. And I'm not saying the kid is dumb. Like he seemed like a very competent individual,
Right.
but what the fuck?
Yeah, it's funny because Joe Exotic, he doesn't seem like he does much research into people. Like he just like kind of like whoever just comes like and shows interest, he either grabs, or if he sees, or if he himself sees some sort of benefit to himself, then he just like throws money at it and brings people into his orbit. But it's not like it's never as though it's like, oh, I've seen, I know you worked on this campaign, and I know and I know your work with this organization, that I want you to become my manager. It's like, oh, he's like, yeah, you handle workers and stuff in Walmart. You can run a political campaign for me.
You sell me out every goddamn day. All right. You want to be my campaign manager? Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, and if that kid, he had aspirations of one day actually being like a political consultant or someone who handles, political campaigns, okay, maybe he thought this was his opportunity to, even though he probably knew Joe Exotic wasn't going to win, but maybe he thought that this was a nice way to pad his resume.
Yeah, it's uh, that yeah. I would say that that's true. But man, I just the fact that, well, and here's the thing. Like later on, we find this laid out later on, but like he his run for governor, like it wasn't completely unsuccessful. Yeah, he didn't win, but he won like 20% of the vote, which is not nothing.
Yeah, no, that's significant. You know, he got
Yeah,
he got 1/5 of the state.
that's insane.
Yeah, like there, I mean, maybe it was just like single issue voters, but it's like that's saying that there's like 20% of the state agree on one of the things that Joe Exotic says, and that should be pretty fucking scary.
That is fucking huge. Where it's like in his campaign manager, like he even says like, anyone that we got Joe in front of, and like because he's so charismatic, which he is. He's a charismatic dude,
Yeah, he's a fucking
and
salesman.
yeah, anyone that we got him in front of, we had their vote. God, can you think of like had he actually like canvassed the whole state, he might have
Mm-hmm.
won that fucking governorship.
Yeah, I mean, especially if he got 20% of the votes, 20% of the votes,
And
and
it's
again, that's
probably
like, and again, that's we understand that that's not everybody votes,
right.
but like yeah, so the 20% out of he got 20% of the people that actually do vote. So yeah, like you said,
That
imagine if he had gone out, and done public appearances all over the state. How many more votes would he have gotten?
yeah, that's what like blows my mind because it wasn't some like pity vote and plus like he voted for himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, 20%. That's whoa, whoa.
Yes, yeah. Until you mentioned that, I completely forgot about that part. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
20.
significant. 20 freaking %.
Um, but I'm trying to. Here's the other thing, because obviously, like one of the issues that he was talking about, like the one issue that he was actually like really concentrated on was that about the big cat rescue deal that was going on with Carol Baskin and her cronies, and obviously you have like Doc Antle and all these like exotic zoos that are out there that are against this, and yeah, I love how Carol Baskin is portrayed and like how she walks. Oh, I'm so much better than everybody. She walks with like her nose in the air, and she's just so much better than all these
Yeah.
other
Well, I
zoos. Like
mean, yeah, she has her
do
nose
the
in
same.
the air
Hey,
fifty
bitch.
percent of the times. Other 50% of the time, it's I don't know how she does it, but somehow find its way up her own ass because she loves the smell of her own parts.
Yeah, but it's like, listen, bitch, you're doing the same fucking thing that Joe and Doc Antle and all these other guys are doing. So,
Yeah, she like all the other like cat sanctuaries and whatever. They're open and honest about it. Yeah, we're trying to make a profit.
and but
We care about the conservation of these animals, but we're gonna make a buck off of it. As opposed to Carol Baskin's like,
yeah,
oh no, no one should have cats locked up in cages, even though I have cats locked up in cages, and no one should make a profit off of these animals, even though I'm making a profit off these animals. Um,
and see, here's the thing: is like, there's nothing wrong with like making money off it because not only because that pays for your employees, it pays to feed the cats, it does all this other stuff, and it also helps to like raise money for. You can put some of those profits towards wildlife uh, conservation,
conservation, yeah.
which is what these other guys are doing. And but she essentially is like, well, I'm not going to pay any workers. They're going to all work for free. I'm going to keep all the profits, and but I'm so much better than everyone else. Like, oh my fuck, just fucking
Yeah,
hate her.
she's like crazy. She's like a crazier Anna Kasparian. It's like when I see Carol
Oh
Baskin, it's just
yeah,
like it's like especially like, and we all know, and if you don't know, I mean, most people I think understand what I'm talking about. The election night kind of meltdown of when Anna Kasparian was saying, she was basically calling. Well, no, not just that, but she was basically calling anyone who was like, who voted for Trump because like they were single issue voters, like, oh, well, am I saying that I'm better than you? Well, yeah, I'm fucking saying I'm better than you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like
Oh,
for like so it's like the same kind of energy for Carol Baskin.
yeah.
Oh, he's like, you're making money off a cat? It's like, well, I'm not. And what I'm saying, am I better than you? He's like, hell. He's like, well, then fuck yeah, I'm saying I'm better than you. It's the same
I
thing.
do remember that. Oh my
It's the
god,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
The same energy.